Right. Hello, everybody. Just setting up the screen, ready to rock and roll. Hopefully, hopefully I've got it all set in the right place. We're looking good. Looking good so far. There we go. Easy game. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. I guess it probably depends on where you live. Just got a nice, easy one for you today. I was going through a bit of work and looking at some of the sessions that we've done in the past, and I thought we'll jump onto the countdown. Love doing the countdown. I think it's one of the best ways, especially for people that need to do a bit of time on the machine. You know, we all know we need to do that fitness time, that type of stuff. Don't like looking at big numbers on the screen and counting down. You know, some people like it, some people don't. And so this, as I say, this is just a way for you to zone out a little bit by setting some time markers and then basically just working down each time marker, and then all of a sudden time's pretty much finished, and job done for the day. Okay, so as you can see, we start at 8 minutes, so we'll set a variable interval on the concept 2, and then we'll basically just count it down. So we'll do the 8 minute section, then a 7 minute, and we'll think about it, and we'll do like, obviously we're going to be talking a bit of technique and stuff on the way through. This is just a really good, solid aerobic session. Okay, so what we want to be doing today is, when we're on the 20, we're going to do 20 rating for the 8, 7, 6, 5 minute. So basically, only for the last 10 minutes of the workout will be at 22. But what we're trying to do is we're just trying to find that really good speed at that rating, okay, with the intensity. So we're not like absolutely maxing every stroke. We're getting into a rhythm where we're just focusing on our flow, focusing on the technique and the speed, and it's going to come, and we're going to be puffing. We're going to get a good sweat on. And the biggest thing about being on the machine is that we want to find that really good rating, which is 20 for training, but we just want to be working on that intensity. So for everyone that's been here before, we just want to look at your splits, and you want to be really nice and consistent, and you just want to be working on that, finding how easily you can hold and maintain that speed that you see on your screen for that period of time, okay? Because we want to be able to try and do that for the whole session today. Okay, so we don't want to start out like really quick and then fade towards the end of it. And we also don't want to start out too slow and then get faster and faster as we go through. So we want you to commit to something that you can go, you know what, I'm working reasonably hard here. I'm not overexerting myself, but I'm also just really getting a nice rhythm and a nice speed, and I can maintain this for that entire period. Okay, so it's as simple as that. Let's just get into a bit of a warm up. As I say, loosen up the old body. Oh, it's getting a bit stiff these days. And yeah, I'm just going to check my audio, because for some reason I had a bit of a beep come through. Someone can tell me whether or not we're still there. We're still there? Hoping we're still there. Yeah, no, we're good. Okay. Someone can tell me in the chat, is the audio still good? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. That's probably the beep. Just let me check. How's that? That's a bit random. I don't know why they dropped out. That won't be ideal if it does that during the thing. Okay, I think we're good. That's a bit random. Yeah, there we are. Okay, we're back. We're back on fire. Okay, so jump on. As I say, just get into this warm up. nice and loose. I've been renovating, so I've been doing a bit of work on the old house, getting under the house so the old back's a bit tight today. It's been a great weekend. Everybody probably has their own way they want to warm up while they're on the machine, whether that's just getting straight into length or whether, as I say before, just getting a nice movement with the bodies, stretching it out a little bit. And we've only got to do, you know, that 2-3 minutes. Just getting nice and loose and limber. And as we slowly get out to length, we slowly start to get the push on. Good. We start to really feel we're getting the compression. Yeah, good. We can start to feel that push. The legs. Getting that good drive. And good hand. Breathing should be starting to feel a little bit heavier. We should be starting to push down towards the speed that we want to be able to carry through this pace. Okay, nice. Good. Okay. There goes Apple. Already knowing that I'm on the machine. Good man. Okay. So, I think we may have done this before, but for anybody that hasn't, we go onto our machine. Okay. So we're going to go select workout, new workout, intervals, and we do a variable interval. Okay, so the one at the bottom. Now we go to the time, and we just go up to 8 minutes. No rest time, so the rest time should just stay 0, 0. Okay, then we press OK. Then we do the second time, so we press time again, take it down to 7, and then we go time again, we take that down to 6. So we go all the way through to 1, down to 5, time, we go to 4, time, down to 3, time, down to 2, time, and the last one, 1. There we go. So you should say at the top intervals 9. Okay, we wait for a second. We'll wait for everybody to get sorted. Just making sure that you're getting it done properly. And then all we're going to do now after this is that we'll press no more intervals, and then we're into it. Okay, simple as that. So because this is continuous, have a quick drink now, and then basically we're going to be trucking all the way through. Okay, so this is a really solid, steady workout. We'll just be basically going and finding that intensity. We want to get a good push, 20 rating, get that nice long stroke. Okay, so let's really focus on the length of the stroke. You know, when I mean by the length of the stroke as well, there's two parts to it. Is the physical length that we're out here, but also the amount of time that we've got power on the stroke right towards the finish. Okay, feeling those different forces. So let's press no more intervals. Okay, it'll come up on the screen, should say 8 minutes at the top. And that's us, basically. We're ready to go. So remember that focus for today is really just going to be around that rhythm and that speed. So what we want you to do is at the end of this, we want to be able to go back on our memory and basically see that all our splits were really consistent. Okay. So we start off, we go 8 minutes, 7 minutes, 6 minutes, 5 minutes, and we do that at 20 rate. And then we're just going to add a little bit more freedom and flow for the last 10 minutes at 4, 3, 2, 1 to take that up to 22. Okay. So here we go. Let's go, team. We're all into this together. Okay. Sitting nice and tall. Are you ready? Row. Good. First and foremost, find that rhythm. Remember to start with the hang. Long arms. Feel that connection as we push away. Feel the hang through the armpit. As we feel the push on the feet, balls of the feet. And we feel it come right through the stroke. When I talk about that sit back through the stroke, nice. Just think if you're watching the average split, that's what you've got on your screen. Find that target. Think about how hard you're working now. Can you sustain this for the next 30 minutes continuously? Good resistance on the body. Let's take a self check. Let's think about our length coming forward, seat coming underneath, sitting up. Remember letting that bungee and the chain take us forward. Good. We roll into the front and we roll around the front. Good. Feel the hang. We really want to be able to focus, to be able to maintain for this long period of time. We've got to use the big muscles as efficiently as possible and leave the little ones out of it. Leave them there to hang. So we're not ramming the handle into the chest. We're sitting up. Good. Both feet. Good. We should be right in the groove now. We're just going to sit into this rhythm. We're going to feel the flow. We're going to maintain this all the way. Continuous motion. Nice. Find the breathing. Breathing does become difficult the harder we work. Because we want to take a couple of breaths per stroke, but sometimes it feels too short. So just focus. Everybody's going to be different, depending on how hard, lung capacity. Body should be asking for the oxygen now. Good. So let's think about these arms as we push away, really getting left out the front. Almost feel like we're pushing away from that handle. We're not having to grip and try and feel a take up. If we are, we've got to really try and work on that rhythm around. Nice and relaxed. Sitting tall. Remember, we're using that body compression. The seat coming under, getting into a position the body doesn't really want to sit in, and we use that. We use that force, that compressive force, to come in and push away. Good. Nice. So let's take note of our splits. That's the first section done. Okay, coming down to it. Yeah, good. And we're just going to maintain this right throughout. Okay. Good continuous session, this one today. We've got to stay focused. Really switch on. Okay, for the next little bit, I want you all to think about what your feet are doing. Okay? So keep our rhythm and flow, but just think about your feet. There'll be a little bit of pull on the toes and on the strap around the back, holding the core. But then we almost want to feel like the feet are floating in the shoe as the chain's taking us forward. And then they start to feel the pressure through there onto the foot plate as we get that compression. Okay, nice and relaxed. We don't want to really be pulling up so that we get sore shins. Okay, use that momentum through there and the chain. Take us forward. Good. Even think about wiggling your toes sometimes, like through here. Yep. Remember, it's always trying to find something more efficient. We're using energy in the wrong place. It's not been used productively. Good. Yeah, that's nice. I hope you guys are getting a sweat on. I'm getting it. Let's focus that rhythm and hang again. Okay, let's feel the hang. It's going to take us into our next focal point. So feet through there, hang. Okay. So now let's think about what the drive's doing through the lower back to be able to hold and create this hang in the arms. Long arms. Feel the connection. Not too tight in the shoulders. Under those armpits. Good. As we roll in the front, we move around. Good. Feel the flow. That's good. Okay, now off that, let's feel when the body starts coming through the hips. Okay? So as we're driving, we don't want it to be a secondary movement. So we don't want it to go leg, body. We want it to be sitting back. Sitting back. It's been created by the legs. Right through the stroke. Should feel smooth. It's a connection in the core. okay? And the pivoting from the hips as we sit back into that armchair. One smooth drive. Yeah, nice. Focus that breathing, relaxation. Always thinking as well while we're doing this. Whenever I say something, have a look at your split. Does it become easier? Do you go faster or slower? It's about knowing where you can work on, where you can improve. Okay, good. Really nice. Focusing right through. We've got really good rhythm, really good length. Okay, we should really feel like this 20 rating is just locked in now. We're not having to force it. Right, here we go, good change there. Down onto the next countdown section. So what we want to focus here, we're combining what we were doing in the last part with the body swing, okay? Let's feel how the hands are coming to the body. Now, if it feels like you're having to pull it into the body, we're not leaving them out long enough, and we're not getting a good sync with the swing, okay? We're not getting that summation of force through there. The arms are weak, okay? In terms of creating anything more than already there, it's not going to happen, okay? We can hang a lot of weight, a lot of force off the hands through there, and we've got to let them carry all the way back. That's the job. Okay? Now they're holding a lot of force, but if we're trying to create any more force in this last 6 inches, all you're doing is tiring yourself out. Good. Good focus. Remember, just brush the body. Your handle's going to tap the body. It's just going to flow around. Good. Okay, good carry. Carrying that hang and the weight right from the front. Okay, really nice. Remember, let's think about the push, both feet. As we come and load, we get that compression to the balls of the feet. As we leave the arms out long. Let's almost start to think about pushing the machine away rather than pushing our body back, okay? Let's do that for the next little bit, okay? Feel like we're trying to push it away, okay? Our bodies are going to go that way, but just a small mental thought change, rather than thinking, I've got to push all the body weight this way, think about trying to push the machine. Okay, what's the opposite reaction to that? Is the body going back, okay? Sometimes just a small thought process change can actually make a difference. Okay, we've got that good solid intensity. We're sitting into the rhythm. We want to make it feel like a pendulum. Okay, there's our momentum. Good. Okay, stay nice and loose. We're well over halfway. Okay, that's a good part about this. We've done good time already. We've got good focus. Looking at the speed. Maintaining our pressure. Okay, good. Here's our change. Let's take a self-check again on our length, the compression, coming forward. Nice and loose in the shoulders. Remember, relax. So all about our efficiency. Let's work on what we'll keep flow on from what we were just doing. So this finish with the handles coming to us. Okay. Not jamming the body. But then also, as soon as we brush the body, let the chain take it forward. There's our momentum. Good. Feel how easy the chain just wants to go back. Okay. Now, if we're holding it back, we're not going to get our rhythm or our rating or the nice flow. Okay. At the same time we do this, also think, don't lock the knees out. Make sure they're supple. Okay, we want them down, but we don't want them hyperextended. Okay, we want them to be able to softly break through here once the handle gets out over top. To be able to flow into the front. Okay, good. Let's think about that for a bit. Always thinking about our push. Work the drive, Gives us time to think about stuff on the recovery. Always thinking. Every stroke. Nice. Good push. Good hang. Nice rhythm. Okay, really good suppleness there. We use that. We step forward with the bodies, getting long arms. Really good. Okay, focus this last minute here, because when we hit the next change, we're going to free it up a little bit to that 22. So everything we've been working on just happens with a little bit more freedom. We have a little bit more acceleration. It's just going to give us a little bit more speed. Okay. We're not going to actively search for more speed in terms of numbers. It's going to happen for us by the fact that we're doing 2 more strokes a minute. Okay. So we focus now. Okay, and everything's just going to slightly speed up. Yep. Hands around the back. Good. Now we're going to have to reset into a different pendulum rhythm. Slightly quicker. Yeah, there we are. Okay, we've added no more power. We just moved a little bit quicker, and you should see a slightly better number. Okay. Now our body's going to ask for a bit more oxygen soon. So let's focus the breathing. Keep working on the rhythm. Good. Hang. Remember, push away. Push the erg away. Remember, we want this chain to be on a nice flat plane. There's a little bit of downward movement through here. Trying to keep it one forward, one back. Nice. Yeah. Sit back. Good hang. Feel the flow. Okay, breathing. I felt my heart rate go up a little bit. Trying to stay relaxed, okay? Any tension in places we don't need, making the heart and lungs work a little bit harder in a non-productive manner. Good. Good, feel the momentum around the finish. Hands away. Let's focus now coming into the front. Connection on the feet. Around the front. Push away. Nice. Good focus. Yeah, really good. Nice rhythm. Feel this momentum. It's been created by the swing. Feel the core and the change in direction. Good. Yep, through that change. Holding speed. Self-check. Are we loosen the shoulders? Loosen the face. Are we letting the chain do the work? Nice long stroke. Remember, not only length, but the time the pressure's been applied. Really drive. Okay, efficiency. Work and rest. Work and rest. Okay, good carry. Remember, carry that body weight from here to the finish. Move the hands. Yeah, sit tall. Feel that core. Really focus now. Just right into that zone. Tension out of the shoulders. Remember, hang under the armpits. Good. So that push and the leg speed, the body speed, to find that 22 rhythm. Yeah, good. Yeah, just like that. Good. Sit tall again. Only a couple of sections left. We want to maintain without having to work too hard. Okay, let's have a self-check on our length coming forward, the compression, the stretch in the ankle, the seat coming under us. Nice. Yeah, good flow. Really nice, sitting tall. Shake it out. I want to stay nice and loose. A good rhythm. Yeah, nice. Good, just like that. Last minute. Let's hold this. Feel the push. Feel the hang. Feel the swing. Good. Last part. Let's hold that hang. Arms come to us. Sitting tall. Really good. Nice. Top effort, team. Just take a moment. Check your heart rate. If you don't have it, maybe do the old school. Okay, how does it feel? Is it a bit off the chart? I feel good. How's the body? Body steady. Okay, breathing. Gives us a really good indication of how hard and intense we've had to work. Okay, if we were really hanging out for that to finish, it can be a good thing. Okay, it means that you've committed really well to the piece. Now, I was looking forward to the finish because I've done a good time and a good pressure, but I wasn't hanging out for the finish. I was like, you know what, I've had a good rhythm. If I had to hold on for another 10, 15, I probably could have done it. Would have been hard. Okay, so workouts like this, trying to find that training pace and that intensity, not being off the chart, but just actually being in a really good position is what we were trying to achieve, okay? That's what we did. We kept it continuous. We kept that focus. Focusing all these little technical points, trying to bring the whole stroke together, okay? Oh, lifting too much timber in the weekend. Does anyone want to give me a massage? I'll take it. Okay, but really good, okay? So we just row it down for a little bit. Just moving, feeling a little bit of pressure. Heart rate should be dropping, okay? That's what we want. Good, okay. One thing that's good to do, especially after that, is have a look. Now, we always talk about evaluation, feeling how it went for you. So one of the things to do especially after most sessions as well, is to go back into the memory and just have a look, okay? So you go back to what we did today and you check it out and you go, okay, how do my splits look for each section? Okay, now I'm seeing less than a second, okay, for all of those ones at 20 rate. And then I dropped 2.5, roughly, give or take, and then pretty much maintained that all the way, okay, within 0.3, 0.4 of a second, okay? So that's the type of thing that we want to do, and that's the best part about, especially with the Concept 2, being able to go back into that memory, and every section's there, okay? And you can see what it is. You can look at how well it went. You might remember that, that 5-minute section, I really felt when I was coaching you that you couldn't quite grasp the technique, or you were slightly changing it and it felt a bit awkward. And so the splits dropped a little bit, didn't go as well. So those are the types of things that you want to be able to go back and actually have a look at, because ultimately, if you were struggling with one point of it, the idea is to be able to basically go back and go, okay, that's where I lost some speed, or that's where I gained some speed. Because first and foremost, we're doing the training, we're doing the work, but at the same time, we're wanting to be able to get better and know what makes us go better. Okay, know how we go back through it and go, you know what? I really did focus because I have been really pulling with my arms, because maybe I've been lifting a little bit off the front, so I haven't had the great leg engagement. So I really need to focus on that. Okay, and that's the cool part about this, is being able to look back, know where you went wrong, know what you need to be able to do, and just keep working on that. Okay, we're always working on things. Always. It's a sport where you have to be switched on. You can't just get on and just half-ass it, okay? And look, we're sweating. We've had our workout for the day. You guys, crikey, it's still Sunday where most of you are. You can go back, have a couple of beers tonight, have a wine, do what you need to, get on the gym, and enjoy ourselves. Ultimately, first and foremost, as I say, fitness first, but it's great for our lifestyle, okay? Mental healthiness, because the world's a bit crazy at the moment. And so if we can get out there, get a bit of fitness done, switch off, it's good for everybody. Okay. So thanks, team. I know we did it a bit early today, but I've got a few appointments to get to. So look, don't worry. It's still 5 to 6 here in the morning, New Zealand time. I haven't been up this early since lockdown, actually, when we did a couple of really early live streams. So, but I appreciate it. Okay. And that's a good thing. We all appreciate everybody getting involved, getting behind asensei. I know that if you're not signed up, or if you are, go just refresh everything, check it out, because the model now allows you to get onto all the coaches. And we've got a few good things coming in the pipeline that we're working on at the moment. So we're always trying to create a bit of content for everybody. We know you've got goals and targets that you want to achieve. So that's what we're here to do. If we can help out in any way, send us an email, get onto the support page, give us some feedback and do that sort of stuff. Any questions? Chuck a couple in here now, and we'll do that. Mitchell, negative splits for me. That piece really linked in my drive. Yeah, so I thought about today doing something that was a little bit longer and continuous. Okay, now it is nice to be able to do long, continuous things. And what I try and do when I'm doing my training is even now, some of my bread and butter work is like 15 minutes. Okay, and I just sit at 20 or 22 for 15 minutes. But then I only have a 20-second rest period. Okay, so the rest period's really short. And the only reason it is to wipe the sweat off, have a drink, reset, refocus, and go again. Okay, so it doesn't stop the heart rate, doesn't slow it down too much, and we just keep rocking on it. Okay, so that's really good. And it does do stuff like that. It links into drive, because ultimately sometimes when you stop, the heart rate comes down, the body cools down, even in a minute or so, and then you've got to work back to get it back going again. And we're doing a bit of change with ratings, but that's all part of the program. Okay, so today, good. If you had really good length of drive, then that's perfect. If you could only get one, a ski erg or bike erg to complement the rowing, which one? Honestly, both. No, I personally go the bike erg. I love the ski. I love the ski. It's just sitting over here, right here. Um, it's an amazing machine, and it's really good full body. It's epic. The thing with the bike that I like about is that you can sit on the bike, the heart rate gets up. You can sit there with your iPad or whatever you got, watch TV, watch a movie, and you can quite comfortably clock out 45 minutes to an hour. Okay, and while you're just doing stuff, you can work. You can read a book. Okay, it's hard. I'm doing it at the moment, but that's basically the way to do it. I think because on the rowing machine, even like being in the gym, you've got to be 100% focused. You can't just get on and half-ass it because you're like, oh, the technique shit and splits crap. I'm not enjoying this. Okay. And so a bike, if you've just got a bike and you want a trainer at home, the Concept 2 bike erg is really, really good. And I really like it. And that's the fact is that it doesn't need a lot of concentration. You spin the legs, heart rate gets up, you get a sweat on, you get your fitness done, and you nail it. Okay. And that's the good part about, I think, being on a bike. Is you got that fitness. And, and if you can get out and about, if you can go for a jog or you can get out, get that fresh air, that's great. But if you can't and you're at home, I would, after a row, I'd go on a bike, and that's pretty much how I switch it up for most of my my sessions through the week. Yeah. So, right, I think it could be us. I'll give it another 20 seconds if anyone else got a question. Otherwise, we'll sign it out for a day, and we'll be back with you again soon. Right, done. You're all quiet today. It's perfect. Right. Okay, team. As I say, once again, thank you very much for tuning in. Plenty more to come. Keep up with your sensei. Keep working on it. Remember, stay safe. Wear a mask. Let's think about this, people. Let's do this. We're all in this together. It ain't going away. We've got to get on with life, but we've also got to be safe. Okay. Right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks from me and the sensei. Back with you soon.